everybody. I want to welcome here. It's 11:50 p.m. I'm going to crank out a few more introductions here. This will be introduction number 9. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing we did, I think, the last time, maybe the last 2 times. Just starting the game up here to save kind of a transitional cutscene. I'm going to pull Sharpshooter Terrafin. I was playing around with him last night while rendering videos. What I've got in my hand that you can't see is Legendary Hurricane Jet-Vac. A lot of people asking to see Fiesta, and I would love to do that too, but I feel for some reason like this overwhelming desire to wait until October 1st. So, October 1st, what will that be, like Thursday, I think? So Thursday I will be doing Fiesta and the Crypt Crusher because it's October. Why am I like that? I don't know. That's what I'm going to roll with. And we'll just take it from here. So, save slot 1, we should have a new character blowing in, and that, of course, will be Jet-Vac. These screens right here on the Xbox One are actually quicker. The Wii and Wii U, man, these load screens are like PS2 times, you know, when you'd play like GTA Vice City or something. So if this seems long, just try the Wii U version.
Hot streak. Hawk and gore.
Okay, so what throws me off is every time when they load up the new character, the gear bits are down there, right? 5518, and I'm like, yeah, we've got cash. And then it's like, oh, no we don't, because those are gear bits, not coins. But nonetheless, he looked pretty good on the screen. Again, you have to realize, while I am a huge fan of the legendaries, I am not a very big fan. That's interesting that I spawned in right here. That is where I left off. I had done some you know, challenges in here with Terrafin and Dark Hot Streak, but why did we not spawn at the Academy? Like, the Xbox has been unplugged, I've been on the Wii U, I plugged it back in. I don't know what the deal is there, but I guess it's kind of convenient for us. I was actually hoping he'd spawn over there. I was going to use it as a thumbnail. Guess I could do that off camera, but this is Legendary Hurricane Jet-Vac. Now, the interesting thing here, kind of like when Steel Plate Smash It was available at launch, you can pick up Legendary Hurricane Jet-Vac, but currently we cannot get regular Jet-Vac, and we also don't have access to the Jet Stream. So, but if you're thinking, oh, Jet-Vac, man, I've got Light Core, he already has a Legendary. How many freaking poses of Jet-Vac does one need? Well, the answer is 1 more, or 2 more in this case, because this is a reimagined version of Jet-Vac. Again, I'm trying to reiterate that so many people still are just under the impression this is the same old Jet-Vac, just redone. What a money grab. At least, you know, throw out a new character, give me Lightning Rod and Legendary. No. Him, Gilgrunt, Sharpshooter Terrafin, which by the time you've hopefully been here, you've seen some of the other characters, you know, roll out in the introductions and whatnot. I even try to cover this in the unboxings, just so you know. Like, if you're bypassing these characters, or Deep Dive Gilgrunt, you know, whatever your thoughts are, you're like, I'm going to pass that because I don't need another Gilgrunt in my life. Totally different than it used to be. So, not the same base attacks, not the same base upgrades, it's all brand new and reimagined. As you can tell, it's the same character, got the same vibe, he's kind of got even the same setup, but it will be different and reimagined. So, let's come in here to Squeaky Chair and head over to our handy dandy spreadsheet number 2, apparently in this case. And luckily for me, I've pre-made these and I do have a slot for Legendary. So let's get straight to business here with his stats.
Oh, the sky's the limit.
Alright, so that's a good look at him. I've noticed the graphics in this are way better than previous games, because I can also tell that because the videos take way longer to process and then a lot more time to render. He actually looks a little better here than I think he did with the backdrop we had. Reason I say that, it's almost like a golden leather, you know, like a flight suit or something. And then the blue is just kind of like more of a plating color. There doesn't seem to be like a fabric texture with it or anything. That is a massive gun, by the way. It's like bigger than his torso. But it should be interesting to see how this pans out. But there's a good look at him. Again, personally, I will love the statistical boost, assuming there is one, which we will find out. But I will most likely prefer standard Hurricane Jet-Vac's aesthetics big time. Once he's out, I'll have a poll battle going. SkylanderClub.com, just like the other characters. Which one do you prefer and why? Cast your vote. Anyone can vote, and you can leave your comments as to what you selected and why here or on the forum. So that said, let's do the stats like I said we'd do. And I can go by the strategy guide right now to see what his strengths and or weaknesses are compared to standard, but I don't have the actual Hurricane Jet-Vac, like I said, to actually come in and compare it to. So health is 290, speed 43, that's nice, but he doesn't really seem faster than those 35s that I tell you seem fast. So armor 12, I'm betting that's a ooh, critical hit is high with him. Wonder if that's part of the legendary. Now it seems like, you know, in Trap Team, I was pretty upset because, like, the legendaries had some stats that were lower than standard. I'm like, no, this should not be the case. And so I'm hoping Vicarious Visions bumped it. Let's go ahead again. I can't confirm this because I often find errors in the strategy guide, and you find those when you do the things I do. But let's take a look here. The max health, according to, I'll go ahead and pin this in and then we'll see if it's right. So regular Hurricane Jet-Vac has 240, so legendary plus 50 health, speed 43 and 43. Armor, surprisingly, is 12 on each character, so no boost there. Critical hit for standard Jet-Vac should be 6, so this will be a plus 5. 6 and 11 have actually been pretty high numbers. I think the only double-digit number I have is Dark Bowser, clocking in at a 10. So currently, Legendary Hurricane Jet-Vac sitting pretty at 11. So 25 is our EP, or Elemental Power. And I'll just stay on this screen and we will cover his background story. Now, his is one that I think could have been really interesting if they did factor in that like supercharger dynamic, kind of explain why he was selected, how he acquired the Jetstream. The Jetstream, of course, is his vehicle. Slogan again, Hawk and Ah. Jet-Vac was the greatest, most daring flying ace in all of Wyndham. He was given his magical wings when he was young, as was the tradition for all Sky Barons. But when his homeland was raided, he chose to sacrifice his wings to a young mother so she could fly her children to safety. This act of nobility caught the attention of Master Eon, who sought out the young Sky Baron and presented him with a gift, a powerful vacuum device that would allow him to soar through the skies once again. Jet-Vac accepted the gift with gratitude and now daringly fights evil alongside the other Skylanders. So, very cool story, but again, I think his would have been particularly easy to tie in with the supercharger status. So, let's take a look at his upgrades here, and again, if you're like, wait, this is not the Jet-Vac that I have. I've got tons of them, and this is different. Again, that's what I'm trying to reiterate. You can help me do that if you got friends that are like, oh, I'm not buying Jet-Vac again. That's crazy. No, totally different. So let's take a look here. Shooting the breeze, kind of like we're doing now. Primary attack, press X to shoot a fan blade that can bounce off multiple. That looks really interesting. I think I will enjoy him. And again, one of the things with me, I have been a big Jet-Vac fan since day one. Why? He was so unique. No one else had the suction gun ability, his flying corkscrew, and he always reminded me of this like deck of cards I had when I was little. I guess my grandmother had them, but it was like, you know, from 1976. I wasn't around then, but the cards were. And so it was like it had like this patriotic little cartoonish eagle, and for some reason it always reminded me of Jet-Vac. So anyway, if you remembered that, kudos, you've archived seemingly random information about me, and I appreciate that in a strange way. But anyway, if anyone knows what deck of cards I'm talking about, let me know. People actually related to that Frightful Fiesta unboxing somehow, so I figure if people relate to that, somebody might know what I'm talking about here. But secondary attack, Jet Turbine Vacuum. It always throws me off when there's no hyphens in these things, you know. But press and hold B to suck an enemy, awesome, into your vacuum. Press B again to shoot the enemy out. So that's kind of a standard fare. I'm excited to see this projectile, though. I think that'll be pretty cool. Coming in now, these next four are base upgrades. Summer Assault. Oh, press Y to dash forwards. Enemies in the way will get kicked and Oh, so he's got like a kick. That's pretty good, and that is a great thumbnail right there, might I add. Alright, so coming in here, better blade bounces. Again, anything that bounces from a projectile standpoint, I'm usually a fan of. I date it all the way back to Trigger Happy in the SSA starter pack. So, bouncing bullets, was a big fan, still am, and I apply that sentiment across the board. So for 700, fan blades bounce more times. Now we come in here, Hurricane Hurrah. We've got 900. Hold X to charge up a hurricane. Really? Release to unleash it and damage any enemies in its path. Okay. Anything weather related, I am a huge fan, hence Warnado. So, right here, make them soar. Somersault attacks do more damage, kicking and screaming. Okay, I am totally cool with this. So, thus far, so good, at least, you know, in my mind. We'll have to see how it pans out. But coming in here, what are his two paths? Well, we have got the Blade Vac path, where we're going to use our jet turbine vacuum to create powerful vortexes. And then we've got the Hurricane Hawk path, where we're going to use improved wind power to clear a path through enemies. So let's take a look first at the Blade Vac path, and there is a hyphen there. So, category Pain. Hold X and release it to create a hurricane. I already got that. Press X repeatedly to shoot blades into the hurricane. Okay, so that kind of is reminiscent of blades from Trap Team. So, I think he would actually look pretty good in Dark Hot Streak if you had like blades piloting it, you know. Anyway, should be fun. Then we've got Hurricano, or Hurricano, who knows how it's really pronounced. Alright, so hold X and release to create a hurricane. Okay, we've re-establish that once more. Hurricanes now explode once it's over and damages enemies inside and around it, so that might actually be very beneficial, particularly around it, especially if there's knockback there. And then we've got Splitting Air. Again, great thumbnail. Press X to shoot a bouncing blade while holding an enemy. Okay, well, we'll see how that pans out, not quite sure. And then right here, we're coming down. This would be the Hurricane Hawk path. I'm fighting off a yawn. And yawn 1. So, again, tonight is the night I'm going to sleep. I'm hoping to be in bed by like 2:33, which is crazy talk for me. But we'll see. Once I shower, you know, I might kind of get like wave 2 or something. Anyway, trying to figure out, it looks like he's like obliterating these enemies here. He comes off as like very Robin Hoodish in these thumbnails, which is pretty sweet. But Turbulent Turbine, press Y to dash forward. Enemies behind you when the dash is started take more damage. Talon Takeoff, enemies hit at the end of a somersault are knocked back further and take more damage. And right here, Double Flip, press Y twice to give somersault another boost to travel further. Press Y after performing the double flip to perform another on the same energy. I wonder if you can chain that, you know, perpetually or not. That'll be interesting. The prices for these upgrades, let me come in here to spreadsheet number 1. Somehow they got out of order. I do have a slot here. He should have the same attack damage numbers as Legendary, but what I want is to the side your path options, 1700, 2200, 3000 respectively, with no discount. The Soul Gem will run 4000. Speaking of the Soul Gem, we can have it with either path. You gotta find it first, and they're at random. Having a Blast, that sounds pretty accurate here. Hold B to vacuum in enemies. Release to shoot enemies as projectiles, which will bounce and hit other enemies. When an enemy has low health, they will be launched with extreme force. Okay, so kind of multiple tiers there. I'm into that sort of a thing. More difficult to document, but more rewarding in the end, ultimately. So, the good thing about Legendary Hurricane Jet-Vac, even though I'm not a huge fan of the color scheme, we get 2 Jet-Vacs. This way you don't have to buy 2 of Hurricane Jet-Vac or something crazy like that. And we are home free. You can take both paths. If you hate the guy, stay away. If you like him, pick whichever one you prefer. Again, aesthetically, now granted, if you like the aesthetics of Legendary better, you're home free. You get the better stats, assuming they didn't nerf them again. And the aesthetics you like. If you are more of my mindset and you're like, okay, haven't seen Hurricane Jet-Vac, but I like him better than the way this guy looks, base it on that. Were you willing to give up the +5 critical hit, +50 health? Or if funds allow, come in, pick up both Jet-Vacs, trying to figure out what's going on in the background there, and you're home free. That's why, again, I love the Alt-Decos, because we're allowed to take both paths without resetting, etc. So, what do we need to do now? We need to have some fun. Let's actually get him some cash. That's the primary attack right there. Oh, you can fire them quickly. Fantastic. Pew, pew, pew. Alright, that's what my nephew always does. But yeah, so he's got a sweet projectile going now. Now the question is, what does the damage come out to? It's called Shooting the Breeze once more. Here's a good look at it for you. And 20. Okay, so it'll be 20 to 30. This range is pretty nice on it. Now that would have hit it. Oh yeah, and there's a critical hit, so that +5 I guess actually pays dividends. Here lately it's been like pulling teeth to get a critical hit. And look how quick you can spam this thing, man. So there are actually critical hits with this guy. That's interesting. Spammable, great range. I am impressed. And apparently losing my voice, that's another issue I've had here as of late. Lemon water from like 11 a.m. Delicious. Anyway, secondary attack. What have we got? The Jet Turbine Vacuum. We're going to press and hold B to suck in enemies. Press and hold B again to shoot them out. Now, once more, what do I rave about that no one else really cares about? The Greeble Dispenser. Why? Because stuff like this. I can't possibly showcase shooting an enemy here because there aren't any. Okay, and that's why I always said I wish there was like the Staples easy button, and I could just come over here, like pull a string or something, and enemies would drop from the sky or appear in summons like in the land test vehicle, and you could just do whatever you want to them, and that's what we've been given. So that said, let's tap B. Ooh, that looks good. Now let's hold it down. He's got he moves really nice. I thought he'd have to be planted, and that is not the case. Let's see how long of a duration we've got with that. Let me document 20 to 30 on our primary. And secondary, we've got... He's got that same laugh. I've always enjoyed that for some reason. It's like so proper of a laugh, you know. So roughly 5 seconds of runtime there. Let's see if it'll register damage. It will, 7 to 11. Excellent. As you can see, he's enjoying it. So 7 to 11, and now we will hop up here. I'm always uncertain which way is the quickest. Actually, primary attack from the sky. Oh, did you see him hover? Did you see him hover? Oh, Master Eon has done well. Oh, and I can 360, man. This is the greatest thing ever. Oh, I bet so many people are oblivious to this. No one bothers to check the jump tax. I do. Look at this. Tell me that's not awesome. And look at the shadow. Again, VV kind of brought that in Swap Force. I always thought it was cool. That is so awesome, man. Look at this. I'm going to shoot the dummy, turn around, and look at the camera. Are you ready? Are you ready to see this epic shot for the first time in the history of Skylanders videos? Here we go. Money shot. You see that? Oh yeah. Now watch this. The no look to impress Stormblade, perhaps? Fanlord. Alright, turning around. Oh wait. Let's fire at the camera. Mid-air, 180. Fire at the dummy. You ready for that one? Oh yeah. Look at that. So awesome. I think I shot 3 off that time. Alright, so that is sweet. Now let's try it with the secondary. I'm curious. I could see it not registering, but based on that one levitating for a little bit, I'm kind of wondering if we can. Okay, so this one is more traditional. You can activate it and he just goes down, but with the primary, oh yeah, we're just up here. I mean, imagine that. Like, if you're gonna get hit from somebody ground based, like a troll or a Greeble or something, you just jump up here, you know? Oh, that's cool. So, If you're new to the channel, this is why you watch my videos, because I go into more detail than most people. Why? Because I actually like the game. And if I wasn't doing this on YouTube, I would be sitting here by myself with my little spreadsheet that no one would ever see, and I'd be like, oh, this is amazing. You know, other people should know about this. But, you know. Anyway, let's have some fun with the Grievous here to wrap things up, shall we? So let's primary attack this guy. Just we'll spam him first. I'm not scared of you. Wait, was there knockback? I think there is. Yes, not much, but a little. Especially if you do it in rapid succession. He never had a chance. Alright, so now let's secondary attack this guy. Oh, good lord. Wow. Okay. I just tapped B. Okay, so we've got him held. Alright, so I don't think that did any damage to him. Okay, so an initial 7 to 11, but it is hilarious. We can't shoot at him with the primary. We can jump and he falls down. Let's try that again. Yeah, if I jump, it terminates the jet stream. Now let's press the B button again. 22. Okay. We're not, and it's killing them fast for some reason. That's like an insta kill. Why? It's not showing anything crazy. Like there was 11. There was 7, so 18. Shoot him against the wall, 36. 43, because we brought him in. Didn't see any damage there. 21, and he's dead, so 64. Now watch this, they have way more health than that. There's 20. 40. 60. 80. 100. 120. Bet you didn't know they were that good, right? 140. 160. 180, 200, 220, 240, so scientific 260, crunch the numbers, was that a 30, 310 maybe we'll call it, 330, that guy had around 320 to 330 health, depending if that one was a 30 or not, so we'll call it 320, we'll go worst case scenario, right, so that Greeble had roughly 320, now watch this, no damage registered. 19. Pick him back up. Oh, he's dead. So it must be doing significant damage while we're holding them, or there's like some issue, I don't know. But nonetheless, if this translates to in-game action, use his secondary attack. Insta-kill. I mean, what's the deal? Now they said they would be shot out with considerable force. Can we get multiple Greebles here? Yes. 3 is the maximum, sadly. Can we pick them up? Oh, good lord, Jet-Vac is amazing. Look, they're just gone. Wow. Oh, he didn't die. Let's see now. Can we one-shot him? No. 40. 60. Or that was a... The bottom line is we've done at least 100 additional damage. So let's pull him in. And goodbye. Oh, wow. So I don't quite think the numbers add up the same, but whatever this is doing, let's see if we can just do this multiple times and kill him. So we'll just let it time out. Now I'm gonna pull him in again. That did 7. So 7 is basically all we have seen. So this is just basically us trolling the Greeble. There's I think another 7, so we've only done 14. And so maybe it's not the air. Maybe they just are getting shot out with such force. That would have to be what it is. We'll do one more round here. Alright, so this is the last one we'll do. Again, it didn't show any damage there. We'll run him around. Let him go. Okay, now check this out. Pull him in, spit him out. Bye. So that is pretty dadgum amazing, I would have to say. So I don't remember
but don't wait.
if I have his Soul Doom or not. So here's our air. No, we don't. So Legendary Jet-Vac, Legendary Hurricane Jet-Vac Special. I would agree. He is pretty dadgum special. What is the next introduction, you ask? Stormblade. Why? So we can introduce the Sky Slicer, have a sky vehicle ready. Gonna try a new attempt at introducing the vehicles. They're quite difficult to introduce, believe it or not.
Welcome back to
At
the
least the way I
battle
like to do
circle,
things.
Skylander.
But Legendary
Get ready to do
Hurricane
some
Jet-Vac, if you
serious
don't have
training.
him, get him. If you're having trouble in the game, use Legendary Hurricane Jet-Vac's secondary attack. Now, you know what? There's one more thing we gotta do. I could do this by myself, but who am I to deny you? Alright, so... Okay, so it does hone in on enemies, too. Well, it did, kind of. And they do bounce. Let's be cocky here. So I'm gonna lure him into the side. Well, I guess if we had better angles it would work. Oh yeah, so they will hone in. The first one's not, but then 2, 3, and 4 do. Very cool. So this is a great Skylander. I would highly recommend picking it up. If you don't have a Toys R Us in your area, order it. Call a relative, call a friend, do something. This is quite impressive, I must say. So nonetheless, this is Legendary Hurricane Jet-Vac. We covered his bio, his stats, rough comparison to standard Hurricane Jet-Vac. Again, we'll have to wait for the figure, make sure it registers the same in the game just to be safe. Went over his upgrades, covered his attack damage number here from the base attacks, and mighty impressive. I love the primary attack, but the secondary one is just lethal. Absolutely lethal. So that said, let me know your thoughts here. Did you know about the jump? How have we done this for 30 minutes? Good lord. Okay, so my apologies there, but hey, probably the most detailed and thorough analysis you'll see of Legendary Hurricane Jet-Vac, and I take it that's why you're here and hopefully still watching. But if you left, you missed out on some awesome stuff, so be forewarned. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I'm going to can this so we can actually progress on the Stormblade. Hopefully we can take care of her a little quicker, but very impressed with Jet-Vac. Let me know your thoughts. Again, pretty soon we'll have a poll battle. SkylanderClub.com. Check it out. If you like what you see there, sign up. We'd love to have you. My site's oneofweasem.com. You can follow me on Twitter. That's your best source for updates. Of course, my website has a Twitter feed as well, so you can go that route. You can follow me on Twitch, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. Once again, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, make sure you're subscribed, and most importantly, stay tuned for more Skylanders SuperChargers introductions.